Hello, this is Christina L. Turner, Kingmaker. So I am on TikTok and I'm also recording to put on my YouTube channel because for whatever reason I don't know what the connection is with my recording and YouTube, so I have to do it separate. I try to do things like simultaneously so I can only do it once. So with this video, I'm glad that TikTok saves my videos. And then what I can do is go and download them and then load them up on YouTube. So today is Saturday. And Saturday, I have a list of new grants funding. So what I would like for you to do before I even get started right here on TikTok and on my video and my YouTube family who's going to be watching a little bit later, share with someone, let them know that I'm here and I have the tea. Okay, so these are grants that you can get on right now. Starting due dates are starting on the 10th of March, so it's still early in the month, and I have them for the entire month of March. All right. If this is the first time you've ever been on my YouTube channel, my name is Christina L. Turner. They call me Kingmaker, and I am your destiny helper. And what I do, I am a business consultant. I have had business to make beyond 6 figures plus. No, I am not on social media a lot because I am busy. So I don't have that platform. I'm not trying to make money off of social media. And the information I do give you is for free. You do not have to pay for this information. All right. I'm not going to be selling lists unless you want the list and you don't catch it. Then you're able to go ahead and purchase $5 to get the links or whatever. But I'm kind of thorough when I give out information for this. One of the things I want to say to you is, as a small business owner, is don't be afraid to apply for these particular grants or for any grant that matter. I also want to thank Mr. Kwame, who is also my business partner, who also helps get all this stuff together for me. Because when you're running a business, you do need an extra set of hands. It is imperative. You cannot do everything for everybody. It's just so hard to do that. So you definitely want to make sure that you get someone to help you. If by any reason that you have any questions, you are free to email me at any time or even in your comments. And I do appreciate the 22 of you that are watching. Thank you so much for coming in. And if you can give me some likes, that'd be great. Or the 15 or 5 or 10 or 1 of you, whoever get the information, you can share it with someone else so that it can be helpful to them. You can share my video, whatever, so that it can be helpful to them. Like I said, I'm not here on social media. This is not what makes me money here on social media. I'm just here to give out information. Okay. All right. So let's get started. One of the grants that is available, and the grant is for $40,000, $40,000. It's called the Backing Historical Small Business Grant. If you are residing within the United States, and I can also tell you if some of these grants are going to be for Canada and or the US, you'll be able to apply for this grant. But this is called the Backing Historical Small Business Grant. And to be eligible for this particular grant, you must be in the US, you must be an independent small restaurant or operate in a historical building or in a neighborhood that's been deemed a historical area. You must contribute to your neighborhood's history and identity and have a diverse story about the cuisine and the community in America. So I'm going to open up this grant, and so I can tell you a little bit about this. This is going to be a little bit lengthy video so that you can have the information. It's by the National Trust for Historical Preservation. Okay. And they want to, of course, keep some of our history, hopefully the good part of our history in the community and help build those communities within the history without having to, gentrification. We all know about how that's coming along within here. So what's happening is you want to join. And if you are a restaurant enthusiast, a restaurant owner, as a restaurant enthusiast, you can nominate a restaurant excuse me, for this particular grant. So they're accepting submissions. The grant applications are due March the 12th, okay, at 11:59 Eastern time. And the historical smart restaurant owners can apply today. I know I follow a couple of people who do, oh, my nose is itching, who does really, really good food, okay? So here it is. They said for more information on the program, let me click this. We already clicked that, so they sent me back to where we were before. So you want to go on this website. You want to go to Saving Places, SAVING Places, PLAC, es.submittable.com. And you want to, it's the 2023 Back in Historical Small Restaurants. And again, this particular grant ends on March the 12th. Okay, so you want to check that one out. There's another one called the Blavity Fellow, and this one is for $10,000. Okay, it's a fellowship, and what they do is for Black entrepreneurs with Black ran businesses with retail product or services that you may offer. Small Black businesses at least have 2 employees and Black creatives. That means if you're a Black creative, if you're a storyteller or a journalist or an artist, this is a fellowship grant. So you're going to go to www.blavity.org, and you're going to click on, when you get there, you want to click on /become-a-fellow. Okay. They have in 3 area focuses. So it's for Black entrepreneurs, Black small businesses, and Black creatives. Most of the grants and information I put here on TikTok is for minorities. Okay, to be specific, because it's very hard for us to find the funding, and it's also hard for us to become candidates for other funding. If you're interested, there's an easy link that you can just click on to become a 2023 fellow. It says apply now, and the date for this ending on this particular grant is March the 13th. Okay, so you want to check that out, and I'll give you the link again. It is Blavity, www.blavity.org /become-a-fellow. All right. And here's another one. This is called Plutus, Plutus Foundation, the Plutus Foundation Content Creator Grant. Now, there's a whole bunch of content creators on here. They award grants to support bloggers and podcasters and vloggers, journalists, educators, speakers, and authors who create financial literacy program. So I know there's quite a bit of content creators here on TikTok and also on here on YouTube. Where you give a lot of information. I'm one of the people, I come on when I have the information, just versus me just being on social media. But I come on there and to give you information that you're going to need like right now, that you can go for it right now. And I try to give it in real time so that you'll have the ability to, you can, capitalize on it. You can take advantage of it. So with the Plutus Foundation Content Creator Grant, it is for $2,000. Okay. And so you want to go on there, and to apply for it, you will go to, it is open. So you have to submit a proposal. All right. And with their proposal, let me see. They said who is eligible. 1, your program that you're doing for financial literacy has to be within the United States. You also want to subscribe to them because they're going to also give you more information. And one of the things I find out is that with subscriptions when you do subscribe to certain places. And I'm not talking about like people trying to sell you or pitch you or anything like that, but you also get the inside information when you subscribe. And that's another thing too. You want inside information from me, I would say subscribe. I try to do like the whole what is it, Patreon and no. So even though I do have a Patreon link, but it's easier for you to if you want to subscribe with me, because then we can actually send you this information, this free information. Okay, so who's eligible for it? One, you must be in the United States. Also, educators, those who are bona fide educators who teach at a school or university, they also are eligible to apply for this grant. You have to, you could be a member of the financial media. You can be a blogger. Again, like I said, a podcaster, vloggers, journalists, speakers, author. You are invited to apply to this. You must prepare a proposal. So this proposal has to be all of their criteria. One, you need to have a statement of relevance to the mission of the PLOTUS Foundation. And this is one of the things I say to people is when you're applying for any type of grant, make sure that the grant that you're applying for, that you know a little bit about the organization, because sometimes we just be so on it about, getting the money that we don't know what the organization, what they represent. So you have to do a statement of relevance to the mission of the PLOTUS Foundation. You must also just have a description of your program's targeted audience, outline a structure to your program, and if your program is currently or previously been active, any achievements or awards that your program may have received, a description of any outcomes. So you need to have a measurement. So let's say, for instance, let's say that you have this particular financial literacy program. No one knew anything about budgeting and how to navigate their finances in order not just to save, but also to invest and also take care of their personal overhead. And you are able to take measurements. How do you do that? You would say, okay, so with my measurements for that, every 30 days that we're going to see how they balance their finances, they're using a particular program. And then every 30 days, we can go and see where they need help at, and then do growth measurements like, okay, after 30 days, this person needed help with that. So we go and help them tweak that. And then another 45 days, we go back and see that. And then that's how you take measurements and you keep a record of your measurements. One of the things, because I also formulate nonprofits, that's one of the things that when you are having a nonprofit entity and you're going for grants as a nonprofit, a lot of them do ask for measurements, and you need to know how to say where your results lie at and how do you captivate those results so that you can be a better candidate, not only for the money that you're trying to get, but also too, so you can see the style and where you need to improve as how can I put it, as a mentor, as a coach, as a consultant, as a teacher. Okay, so you need to be able to know how to do that. You're also within this proposal, you need to have a full program budget. All right, you need to have a full program budget. How much is it going to cost? Not just to run the program, but also too, are you paying people to help you with this program? Okay, are there going to be you have a budget for, let's say, an outing? Maybe every other month you have an outing with this particular program. And then also you need to have a contact information and biography of the project manager. So if you're the project manager, or you may have someone else who may be the project manager or director over that particular of your program, they want to see who that is and what is their biography, okay, on it. Okay, so here, what also needs to be included in this particular grant proposal for the PLOTUS Foundation, what they want to say, let you know what are the expenditures that is allowable for the grant. So this is what they're saying, that the grant will fund, okay, which is really, really good if you have one or two or more of these expenditures for this particular grant, they want to know what it is. So this is what it will fund. It will fund materials such as workbooks. So if you're trying to create a workbook, flyers, slides, any overhead far as vendor table fees, licensing for images, any domain name purchases, and any other expenses directly related to the program for the creation and the services of delivery. So the award monies cannot be used for salaries. So that's not something that you want to put in the proposal. Staff salaries, including but not limited to virtual assistants, okay, web designers and consultants. Entertainment expenses, it will not cover for that, including meals and alcohol, membership or professional organization, and more than 50% in travel and transportation. As a consultant, which I have been doing this for I've been in business for over 29 years. So it'll be my 30th year in business. And when I got into the consulting aspect of it, one of the things I did do, because I also have a tax company. So when I was doing the taxes for my clients, some of them have businesses. So I will also travel to them, like literally travel, get on a plane, go wherever they are. And then I also would sit down with them and do some business consulting, including preparing their taxes. So it was kind of like intertwined together in doing that. So the list is not exhaustive, what they were saying for the Plutus Foundation. If you're unsure of the expenditure and you need to know more of the information, here is the email who is the grant manager. Her name is Sherry Ann. Okay, so you're going to email Sherry Ann Crumbley, and her email is Sherry Ann SHERRIAN at Plutus PLUTS Foundation.org. Okay, so that's where you want to go. And again, I'll tell you, the amount of that particular grant is going to be $2,000. You may say, well, they're asking a lot for $2,000. Yeah, they are asking a lot, but also I always think that when people are asking more for what is expected, is particularly in the first time that you're even doing grants or anything like that, it helps us to know where we are and how to measure our own successes and where we can also grow as entrepreneurs, right? Okay, so the next grant I have is the Atomic Grant, and that is for $1,500. The Atomic Grant is those who are women and are 21 years older. Okay, you have to be 21 years old. And it is called it's through their Passions Collection, okay, the Passion Collective. And with this particular grant, the Atomic Grant, is that you want to, it's already open. They give you cash and coaching to help you rediscover and nurture your passions. So let's say, for instance, I know that sometimes we get like to a certain plateau. It's like even being in a relationship. Being in entrepreneurship is almost like being in a relationship. You have to take care of it. You have to feed it. You have to, what I mean feed is give attention to it. And you also have to have a passion for it. And sometimes you get into a lull, right? And it's just flatline. And you have to sometimes you have to reignite your passion for your business, right? I know that me personally, I've been saying that I'm fading out. I'm getting everything in order so that I can be it's mostly done on hands-on than anything else, so I can enjoy the rest of my life without hustling in my businesses. And when you're getting to a certain phase, sometimes if you're not careful, you'll start misstepping in your business. You'll start misstepping, and because you're fading out, not phasing. Fading and phasing is totally two different definitions, but you begin to literally fade out because you're trying to, I'm not going to say disconnect, but you're trying to reestablish where you are in your business and how you're going to transition. So this particular grant, they're going to award in 2023, they're going to award 4 grants to applicants who are looking for support in bringing their passions to life. Okay. And the passion should be one that looks to create positive change for you as the applicant and for others. These awards include a $1,500 cash grant, coaching from a leading strategy and culture consulting firm, which is the Keystone Group International, and a free year of Passion Collective on demand. All right. So you're going to go to www.passioncollective.co/atomic-grant. Okay. So this is for small business owners. What I'm doing on this particular live, and I'm probably going to come back to do another live because I got scholarship money for college students. Yes. The reason why I'm excited is because my grandbaby is graduating from high school this year. So when I say that my parenting is done, well, our parenting is never done, but I'm not the parent. She has 2 parents, but I help. I help a lot. So, okay. So for this particular grant for businesses, for small businesses, this is the Google grant. It's by Google. It says Google for Startup Black Founders Fund. Okay. And what this is, it is capital. It's $100,000 in capital with Google Cloud credits and hands-on support for your startup. Okay. Your startup, $100,000. So I'm going to read on this. And this grant, this particular thing ends March the 26th. Okay. March the 26th. And, to look at this it's the Black Founders Fund. Okay. And it says meet the recipients. So they have all these recipients. It's a startup initiative. And again, it's for 100,000. Okay. For this. And this is for specifically, startups, Black Founders Fund that's going to provide $150,000 without giving up any equity in return. And they're going to give you hands-on support to help Black entrepreneurs build and grow their business in the U.S. in addition to a non-dilutive capital. In addition, okay, up to $100,000 in Google Cloud credits. Recipients will also receive hands-on mentorship from Google, along with other resources such as sales training, investor prep, mental health therapy, and community offerings at no cost. Okay, now, this particular grant is for the U.S. They also have it in Africa. They also have this particular grant in Europe and also Brazil. And you're going to go to startup.google.com. You're going to / then go programs black-founders.fund /United-States. Okay. So this one is specifically for the U.S. If you are in Africa or Europe or Brazil, when you click on the link that I just described, there is a tab. Okay. There are click links that you can click in specifically for your region and your area. Pow. All right. So, and again, I'm going to say for that particular one, for the Google, it is going to, you have to have everything in by the 26th of this month. All right. All right. So here's another one called the Classy Award. This is called the Classy Award. And I did this grant before. I talked about it before, I think, on my other platform. And I didn't bring it here because it was in the month of February. But I'm bringing this information back for small businesses. This is a launch program that, the Classy Awards is to celebrate nonprofits and spotlight the impactful work of the social sector. Winners are given a platform to amplify their cause and showcase the impact of their program. This year, through their partnership with Upworthy, Okay, so they're partnering with Upworthy. Winners will be featured on their website and social media channels and collectively reach 16 million followers across their platforms. So this particular grant is not so much a financial grant. It's more so of a get you out there, okay? Get you before millions of people, whereas we know that on TikTok has its own algorithm that we know what they support. They support the funny, the non-essential, that kind of thing. But those that have really, really heavy information is kind of a little bit few in between. So TikTok does have this niche, okay? With Classy Awards, they're giving you the exposure for your business, okay? That is a nonprofit entity. And I think the reason why this one, I think they gave one for profit, and that's the one that I spoke about before. Now this one is for nonprofits. The Classy Awards started in 2009, and they've been recognizing nonprofits and their unique approach, how they impact the world. So if you have a nonprofit and you've been doing some really, some good things to help your community or the world, this is a grant that you need to apply for. And again, I'm going to say again, tell somebody, let somebody else know of the information that you have and that they can go apply for it. So the deadline for this particular, the Classy Awards, is March the 10th. So you have 6 days actually to share the information, get someone on it. Soon as you go to the awards.classy.org, soon as you go there, right there, it goes apply now. And you can literally apply now if you are a nonprofit. And I think I have one more business grant that is specifically for small businesses. No, I have a couple of more. Okay. I have a few more. All right. So this one is called Ladies Who Launch. Of course, this is a launch program for small business owners who are women. Okay. And the Ladies Who Launch is, they are telling you to definitely RSVP for capital. You have to be in United States. Let me see this right quick. In the Ladies Who Launch program, they provide $10,000 grant and business education, mentorship, advisory support, community and amplification for U.S.-based women and non-binary businesses, owners, and entrepreneurs. So this for non-binary women and also for women, non-binary, and for women. Okay. The award is $10,000. You have until March the 31st to apply for this particular launch, for this particular grant. And you're going to go to ladies, LADIES, who, WHO, launch, LAUNCH.org. Okay. And that's for $10,000. And here is another one for called the Catalyst Fund. And I'm not sure, and I tell some of my entrepreneurs is to sign up with Hello Alice. Hello Alice has a plethora of grants that are available for women, okay, that are in business. But the Catalyst Fund, not only is it being hosted on Hello Alice, but the Catalyst Fund became a partnership with the Global Entrepreneur Network, GEN. And MasterCard is awarding $5,000 grants to Black entrepreneurs who are based in these areas: Atlanta, Birmingham, Dayton, Ohio, Los Angeles, New Orleans, New York City, St. Louis, and Washington, D.C. to help them achieve their next milestone. So if you are in Atlanta, if you are in Birmingham, if you are in Dayton, Ohio, Los Angeles, New Orleans, New York City, St. Louis, and Washington, D.C., you qualify for this particular grant. That is $5,000, and it is the Catalyst Fund. And where you're going to go, you have until March the 31st, you're going to go to helloalice.com. That's where the grant is, and that's where you're going to apply. Okay. So I have one more for this beautiful Saturday. This particular grant is called the Entrepreneur Grant and Scholarship. Okay. Which is going to lead me into my next video for particularly scholarships. All right. This is the last one. This is for March the 31st of this year. Entrepreneurs, you must be 21 years old or older that can apply to receive the $2,500 to put towards business startup costs. And you will also receive free information services for NC file. Okay, so I'm gonna check that out right quick. It's the www.ninc, the letter C, file, FILE.com is where you want to go. And they are their motto is powering entrepreneurship, powering people. They have been doing this for 2 decades. Serving up and coming entrepreneurs, which we know that when you're starting any business, regardless of the point, if you've been in business for eons, or you're just starting, if you're just creating a new business, it can become expensive if you don't know what to do, where to go to look for money, and you're putting money out of pocket. It can become expensive. So you want to go to www.incfile.com/entrepreneur-grant. You want to go there to, you want to set up a login with them. One of the things I was saying previously before, subscribe to their website. So this is all the update information I have for the month of March so far. Okay. If we come up with more grant information that is hot off the press that you can apply for this particular month, please, I definitely would tell you that I will be here. Please tune in. I am so appreciative and grateful that you did have the opportunity to come and listen to all the information that I have for grants for small business. And I'm hopefully that this was helpful to you. So I'm going to be back on here again live, because now I'm going to have to do scholarships that are this is the springtime, so scholarships are still available for the next semester. So I'm going to be coming back on, but I thank you for tuning in. I wish that you would prosper and be in good health even as your soul prosper. God bless.